Good morning, everyone. Today I will talk about the introduction to microbiology. So, what is microorganisms? These are living things which individually are too small to be seen by the naked eyes. So, we need a special microscope to see these minute microorganisms. So, the examples of the microorganisms are bacteria, fungi, protozoa, virus, microscopic alga. So, all these are some examples of microorganisms. Now, talking about microbiology, microbiology is the study of living organisms of microscopic size, which includes all these microorganisms. The term microbiology was introduced by a French chemist, Louis Pasteur, who demonstrated that fermentation was caused by the growth of bacteria and yeast, and he is also known as the father of microbiology. So, this microbiology contains many specialized fields like immunology, microbiology, ecology, biotechnology, environmental microbiology. So, all these fields we will discuss in the further slides. Now you can see here the word microbiology. It is split into three words: micro, bio and logy. Micro means very small to be seen by the naked eyes. Bio means life and logy is the science. So microbiology is the science of living organisms of microscopic size which are very small to be seen by the naked eyes. Now, microorganisms, these are too small to be seen by the naked eye. They are rapidly growing cells. It has habitat, live in population, not alone. Communities are either swimming freely or attached to a surface, that is biofilm. Interact between communities may either be harmful or beneficial. For example, the examples of microorganisms that are harmful can be Microbacterium tuberculosis, Streptococcus mutant, Salmonella enteric. So all these are some microorganisms that are harmful. There are some microorganisms that are beneficial for ourselves. The examples are Corynebacteria, Salmonellosis. So these are some bacteria which are used in food and dairy formulations. Now, microbes in our leaves. Some are pathogenic, that is, they causes diseases. Some microorganisms decompose organic waste, produces produced through photosynthesis. For example, purple sulfur bacteria must mix with carbon dioxide to live. All these microbes plays an important role in industry. For example, fermentation to produce ethanol and acetone, produced fermented food, vinegar, cheese, bread, produced products used in manufacturing and treatment. So there are some microbes, as I told you earlier also, that can be beneficial and harmful. Now talking about the history of microbiology, in 348 to 322, Aristotle and others believed that living organisms could develop from non-living materials. In 1950, there was a scientist, Jensen, who developed first compound microscope. In the year 1660, Robert Hooke published Micrographia drawing and detailed observation of microbiological material made with the best compound microscope. In 1976, there was another scientist, Anton. He was the first person to observe microorganism. In 1688, there was another Italian physician who refuted the idea of spontaneous generation by showing the rotting meat carefully kept from flies will not spontaneously produce maggots. Another in 1836, there was another scientist who developed the cell theory of living organisms, namely that all living organisms are composed of one or more cells, and that the cell is the basic functional unit of living organism. In 1961, Louis Pasteur, known as the father of microbiology, proposed the germ theory of disease. Ancients believed that disease was the result of a divine punishment. Pasteur fought to convince surgeons that germs existed and carried diseases, and dirt, instruments, and hand spread germs. Therefore, disease occurs. So, before 1861, people believed that disease is a curse because of their punishments to particular curse. But after 1861, Louis Pasteur told the people, the scientists, that it is not because of the curse, the because of the punishment, that he told that it is because of the infections, it is because of the germs that is spread from dirty hands, from dirty instruments, and therefore it is responsible to cause disease. Pasteur's pasteurization process killed germs and prevented the spread of diseases. Pasteur's one of the important invention is pasteurization, which is used to kill the germs. There was another scientist, Joseph, who introduced antiseptics in surgery by spraying carboxylic acid on surgical instrument wound dressing. He reduced surgical mortality due to bacterial infection considerably. So, he is known as the father of antiseptic surgery. There was another scientist known as Robert Koch. In 1843 to 1910, he was known as the father of bacteriology. Robert Koch was a German bacteriologist, and he was the first to cultivate anthrax bacteria outside the body using blood serum at the body temperature. He introduced methods of isolation of pure strains of bacteria. He introduced staining techniques also. So because of all these inventions in bacteria, he is known as the father of bacteriology. So all these were the important discoveries, or we can say the history about the microbiology. Thank you.